and a good Monday morning to you, my miraculous smorgasbordian cupcake troughs of wildflower delight. Welcome to Monday's weekly reading book review. I think this is our last one of April, so episode 4, and a stack of all April's favorites coming later this week, and April's substack coming later this week or early next week with all the blogs and all the things and all the reads and all the sneaky peeks of things happening in the crayon box. So today, we're here to talk about stories and books that I read and I'm currently reading and other things. So pour yourself a cup of coffee and let's talk about stories. Yeah? Cool. Okay. The first one I finished, I think this was on my Might Read Next actually last week, and I actually did it. This is Nick Lake's The House with a Dragon in it. So much fun. A foster child gets angry. A big hole appears in the living room floor, and she goes investigating and finds a witch bottle and lets the witch out, and she gets 3 wishes, but the witch is, magic comes with a price, right? Anyway, so this was great. I love the representation of different families, foster kid, finding her own strength and power, and, dragons and witches and spells and a talking cat. So again, highly illustrated, delightful little short read there. I think it came in under 200 pages. Oh, 241, but nice wide margins, big text. Love it. The next one I read was the Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. I think, again, I was in the middle of this one last week by asakura, Monday. Anyway, shiny, it's pink. It's fine. It's one of those, little short encapsulated stories where people have life trauma. Bookshop appears, something happens, and honestly, I wasn't paying that much attention, so I just liked it because it was pretty, and it was fine. Wasn't the best one I've ever read, but it wasn't the worst. Yeah, glaring recommendation right there, right? But hey, pretty, nice cover art. Okay, and then one of my library holds come in. Look at this cuteness. This is What a Small Cat Needs by Natalia. Not even going to try to say her last name. Bless you, Natalia. I believe it's translated from the Russian. And I just the simplicity of these illustrations has me longing to simplify my own art and not overwork it as ever. Just so cute. So cute. I mean, just so much expression, and it's controlled, messy, happy, blurry without being all like uptight. So love that. So cute. Picture book, obviously out from Enchanted Lion, because they do a lot of international translations with great art. Sure do. Okay, those are the only books I finished. I'm currently reading, we'll count this because I'm making progress. I'm halfway through. I only have like 200-300 more pages to go before Wednesday night. The book club I'm leading, so better get through that and make up my question cards. Other stories I took in this week. As you may have seen in my stories last night, I don't have the flyer. I'm sure I kept the ephemera somewhere in the house, but Dragons Love Tacos at the South Carolina Children's Theater. Yes, the same theater where I took adult acting lessons this year. This was a little taco souvenir I bought in the lobby because I couldn't help myself. So that was their Pay What You Can performance. So grateful that they make theater accessible, especially to the tiny littles. And Dragons Love Tacos, so much fun. I knew they're doing lots of school field trips, and tickets available on their website. This is not sponsored. I just love theater, and I love that kids are getting exposed to it early, knowing that they can make theater, have a creative outlet, as well as see people. And it was so cute because in the lobby they had the dragons, 3 women dressed as silly dragons in the lobby, so the kids could take pictures with them after. So cute. Okay, so great. Okay. The other play I got to see, I went and saw The Mountaintop again by Katori Hall. It closed yesterday at Warehouse Theater. It was remarkable. I've talked ad infinitum about it already, and it was wonderful. I'm so grateful I got to see it twice. So yay, and thank you, Warehouse, for bringing that to Greenville, and the 2 amazing actors from New York and LA that came to perform this very moving piece for us. Big fan. Okay. I also did finish watching Judy Garland, Gene Kelly, The Pirate. It's ridiculous. I love it. No complaints. The costumes, the gowns, the overdramatic acting. Of course, he's like a troubadour actor and pretends to be the pirate she's in love with, but yeah, I'm just going to tell you. No, I'm not going to tell you, but it's so good. So drama. And oh my gosh, the fire ballet, ridiculous, with Gene Kelly's cut off black shorts and his pirate boots. Hilarious, but we love a ballet, and Jean was rather talented, so what can you do? Also, just Judy Garland, man, what a woman. Okay, and last night, for hoots and giggles, it had been so long since I've seen this film, and yeah, so I made my husband watch it. With the Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. No, just Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Monty Python, Flying Circus. It's nutters and so weird and surreal and bizarre. I dare say call it absurdist. And yeah, wacky. I like wacky. I like weird. Yep, it was good. Very silly. I remembered all the like things people quote all the time, but the rest of it, I think I just always kind of mix this with Robin Hood Men in Tights in my head, and so which movie is which is now more clear because I just watched this one, I think, for the first time since college. So yay! Just catapulting the cow over the thing gets me every time. So what are you gonna do? Okay, also currently reading, the book is not really this big. This is Shakespeare's Sonnets. I am on sonnet number 60, so thought that wouldn't take as long, but you know, poetry, I struggle because it means more. I mean, it's compact, but it like is deeper than just like, you could fly through it and read the words, but if you really don't know what they're talking about, you kind of have to think about it, and that exhausts me. So anyway, currently reading through Shakespeare's Sonnets. We'll finish that this week and put a new quote up for you in my quote notebook as we head through Shakespeare. And then after the sonnets, A Lover's Complaint is next. Well, on the alphabetical list I'm going through from the Cambridge Shakespeare Guide, they have sonnet / A Lover's Complaint. Those are 2 works to me, so I'll be reading that longer form poem, which I have in this pretty edition. Okay, and then I guess I'll go back to Murakami's Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World, which I told you was giving me Jacques Tati playtime vibes, a little bit 2001 Space Odyssey vibes. Yeah, Murakami. So I had to put that one down for Discovery of Witches because that's a big one. And boy, we're going to have things to talk about at book club. And then I picked this up at my bookstore because, you know me, can't say no. Shiny cover, stained edges. I don't really care about the horses. I'm not a horse girly. Scare the crap out of me. They're scary. They're big. They're powerful. They're fast. My dad almost got trampled by one once. And yeah, I'm scared of heights. And so it makes me jittery and tense. What can you do? Anyway, this is the GRIMMELINGS, which sounds very fairy tale-esque, so that's why I picked it up. And yeah, it's a shiny cover too. So looking forward to that. Middle grade. I love fairy tales, and this just looks very fairy tale-esque. No, fantasy, adventure, and attainable because it's little, so not high fantasy with too many rules. Okay, and then hopefully I will begin one of my besties. Her pen name is Anne Cruz. This is the Royal Academy of Magical Baking, book 1. She wrote a trilogy. So she gifted me a signed copy because she's the bestest. So yay! Looking forward to that. Okay, those are all the stories that I took in this week. And yeah, my little taco makes me happy. She's going to be in the studio with me while I paint today. So brand new crayon box video, hopefully coming by the end of the day, probably tomorrow during writing group. I will edit all that together and show you brand new portfolio alternate cover art piece that I've been working on this weekend. I made one little raccoon. He's this big. It took all day Saturday, but he's collaged. And today we're just doing a watercolor painting of the figure. You'll see. And last few days, because it's April, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it because all of our Crayon Box members have gotten their stickers now. There are 2 stickers in your April Crayon Box Happy Mail. That's my Patreon. You get Art Begets Art, which is totally how I felt after seeing the Warehouse Theater, the Mountaintop. It's just like, I want to tell good stories, and wow. So, Art Begets Art, you'd get in if you join the Crayon Box, and also mini stickers. This is Dream Big that I'll throw a bonus 1 or 2 in there. And it was so sweet. So I sent this, and then I got my own snail mail. A dear friend of mine, another artist friend, Tracy, sent me this Dream postcard, and I'm not going to show you the back. She wrote a really sweet note, but isn't that cool? I love it. So like 6 Flags, 90 airbrush t-shirt, man. I love it. And Dream Big, and Art Begets Art, and it's just full circle, man. Okay, so I love you. Let me know what stories you're reading, loving, enjoying. So much going on this week as usual. It's going to be great, and I'll chat at you later. Okay, bye. Oh, and Patreon is patreon.com/HalTheGal. There's a link in my bio. I would love to send you Happy Mail because human, tangible connection, and stickers and glittering notes and paper confetti, and postage is going up, and I'll have an announcement about the Crayon Box later because we've talked too much. Okay, I promise. Coffee down. See you later.